Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. Coach Jim Yarborough and his men's basketball team recently welcomed in former Lion assistant Coach Roman Banks and his Southern Jaguars to the University Center for a Monday night contest. Let's go out to the University Center with Matt Sullivan and check out the highlights.
Southeastern men's basketball team was back in the University Center welcoming back former assistant coach Roman Banks, who had spent 8 years in Hammond before taking over the job at Southern University. As Banks, meeting with head coach Jim Yarborough and the Lions, back at home for the first time in 9 days. Early on, Deshaun Patterson with a basket off the assist from Ro Johnson. The game also marked the debut of Elgin Bailey, the Norco native and Mississippi State transfer, playing for the first time as a Lion. Early basket by Derek Beltran of Southern keeps the game close. Jeremy Campbell, he'll go to the rack. Bailey gets the offensive board, gets the putback, his only basket of the night, finishing 1 of 8 from the floor, but he was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, finished with 7 points and 9 rebounds. And Darren Populist off the screen hits the three-pointer. Populist finishing 1 of 3 from the floor with 6 points. And then a basket by Russell Hill for Southern. Early on, Jan Petrovic passes to Populist, who gets it out to Todd Nelson. Nelson with the three-pointer, his first 3 of the year. Nelson finished 1 of 3 from the floor. And then Johnson goes strong to the basket. Johnson with a double-double with 10 points and 16 rebounds on the night. Deshaun Patterson stepping up for the injured Brandon Fortenberry. Patterson with a season-high 19 points on 6 of 13 shooting. Southern gets a steal as Jameel Grace, he'll get it. He goes down the floor. He'll lay it up and good and gets the foul. And then a three-pointer on the top of the key by Mike Celestine. Celestine finishing with 12 points off the bench for the Jaguars. Antonio Benton getting his 3rd start of the year. He goes strong. He finished with 7 points and 5 rebounds. And then gets the offensive foul called. One of 29 fouls in the first half by both teams. Anochi Ochi, he comes off the bench late in the first half. He buries the jumper. And then later on, it'll be Ochi off the putback, off the miss by Patterson at the buzzer. He gets it to tip in. He's fouled. He'll go to the line with 0.2 of a second remaining. And the redshirt freshman out of Albany, Georgia, makes it, and Southeastern takes a 33-27 lead into halftime. Second half action, Benton hits a three-pointer, his only 3 of the night. Southeastern finishing 3 of 16 from downtown, but then a spin move there, goes up strong. Bailey, he goes in, he can't get it, gets the putback, he'll miss, but Ochi's right there with the tip in. Ochi finishing with 5 rebounds and a season-high 11 points. Beltran for Southern, he finishing with a game-high 20 points on 7 of 12 shooting, and then he'll put up the three-pointer from the left wing over Deshaun Patterson, and Southern outscored Southeastern in the second half 32-26. And then Beltran from the top of the key, the only one of 2 threes hit by Southern in the second half. Patterson will drive, goes up with the right hand, gets the friendly roll there. And Southeastern still in a close ball game. And then Patterson will score. The senior out of Homa. Quentin Doggett for Southern, the Jaguars' leading scorer, finished with 10 points and 7 rebounds. But then Ro Johnson with the offensive rebound puts it back up and in good. Johnson with 4 offensive rebounds in the ball game. The 16 rebounds, 2 off of his career high. Darren Populist, he'll drive to the lane, is fouled. He'll go to the line, makes both free throws. Southeastern finishing 24 of 41 from the charity stripe in the ball game. And then Southern with a chance to win it. But Jameel Grace, he drives to the rack. He's fouled. The officials will confer time on the clock. They will put 0.5 of a second on. Grace, his first free throw attempt, which would tie it. He misses it. The second one does tie it. And Southeastern has one last chance to win the game. Johnson's desperation 3 falls short, and for the 3rd straight game, Southeastern goes to overtime. Patterson takes over in overtime as he scored 3 of Southeastern's 6 points. Johnson hits a couple of free throws. and then Doggett with a move, but partially blocked by Johnson. Benton comes down with the rebound. And then a key steal by Patterson late in the ball game with 4.7 seconds left, as he's fouled by Grace, and Patterson would make one of 2 free throws to give Southeastern a 65-61 lead. One last chance for Southern. A three-pointer by Grace is too strong. Johnson comes down with the rebound, and Southeastern improves to 5-3 on the year as they defeat Southern for the 7th straight time and take a 17-16 lead in the all-time series, winning the ball game 65-61. Patterson finishing with 19 points for Southeastern. Ochi with a season-high 11. Roosevelt Johnson with his double-double, 10 points and 16 rebounds. Southeastern now plays its next 5 games on the road, beginning on December 17th at Arkansas, before taking on South Carolina and then Texas Tech after the Christmas holidays, and then opening Southland Conference play on January 4th against UT Arlington before taking on Stephen F. Austin on January 7th.
Yeah, third overtime game. At least I think I'm learning some things about my team's character. It's a bottom line business, so winning is always good, and I was really glad to do it. I would have liked to have done it against just about anybody else except our old friend Roman Banks, but his team is fighting and they're building and they're getting better. I thought they did a really good job of hanging in there. Tonight we made things a little bit harder. I wish we'd rewarded ourselves with a few more easy baskets.
Thanks, Matt. In case you haven't caught the Lions in action yet this year, you need to make it out to the University Center. The Lions won't return home until January the 10th when they welcome in Champion Baptist to Hammond. It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll check out some student athletes who walked across that stage last weekend as they graduated from Southeastern Louisiana University. Right here on the Southeastern Sports Report, presented by State Farm.